So who's lying? Is it Xander Zayas or is it Vergil Ortiz, my friends? I'm telling you right now. We're in the middle of watching Ray Ford absolutely piece up Abraham Nova, my friends. I got the chicken for the barbecue, got the family coming over tonight, but I wanted to hit this subject as we get the breaking news with Vergil Ortiz gonna fight Erickson Lubin on October 18th, my friends, in a non-title fight, but a goddamn important fight in the 154-pound division. You know, we have Vergil Ortiz, who's heating up, who's talking crap on Xander Zayas, saying, yo, we sent you guys an offer. What happened to saying yes in a day, like how you guys did back in the days? Hey, and Xander Zayas comes out and says, yo, this is all lies. Everything that Vergil Ortiz is saying about this fight, we never got an offer, my friends. Yo, it's all a lie. Who is lying? Is it Vergil? Or is this Xander? I'm a Vergil fan, man, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, I met him in person too. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy who would lie. But at the same time, it is very interesting, man. You know, Xander Zayas is only 22 years old. Is there capping him? Is he out here capping, my friends? Let me know in the comments, bro. But it's breaking news when it comes to him in his fight with Erickson Lubin. I mean, dude, Lubin, I know my first thought when I heard about this fight was, yo, Vergil Ortiz is going to kill this kid, man. He's going to absolutely kill him. 29-year-old Erickson Lubin. You know, if you look at his resume, man, since 2017, he's been fighting some of the best in the world, my friends, have competed against Jamal Charlo. Basically, he was 22 years old, 18-0 with 13 knockouts. You know, he was still a kid when he went against Jamal. He got knocked out in the first round.
Of course, his hammer, but 11 of his knockouts.
Ended up going on a 6-fight win streak, facing the likes of Sebastian Fundora in his last loss, my friends, which was 4 fights ago. And I mean, hey, it was a decent fight. I mean, he was doing pretty good in the first round. Second round, Sebastian Fundora comes in and drops him. Is landing a ridiculous amount of blows to the head, to the body. The relentlessness, the pressure started getting to him. But then in the 7th round, you know, Erickson Lubin came back, man, with his boxer punching skills and clipped Sebastian Fundora, dropped them.
It's been an absolute beating here by Fundora. And now Lubin stuns Fundora. My goodness, Fundora's in trouble. Lubin letting him go. Fundora in major trouble. He is down. Fundora's down.
And I swear, if there was maybe a minute and 30 left in the round, maybe Erickson Lubin could have capitalized on that moment and got him. But the destruction that Sebastian Fundora was putting on him all the way leading up to that 9th round was just a little too much. Because even though Erickson Lubin didn't quit himself or didn't get KO'd, his corner looked at his face right when the end of round 9 stopped and said, it's over. It's over, man. He destroyed his face. But since then, he's been able to get on a 3-fight win streak, my friends, coming off that win over Adriel Holmes. You know, and he was all right fight. Adriel Holmes was an 18-0 fighter, undefeated. Not the best fighter when it comes to 154-pound division, especially on some of the fighters that Erickson Lubin, you know, has faced before. But still, he got the victory, making a TKO stoppage in round 11. But if you look at the fight before that, he fought against Jesus Alejandro Ramos. And I'm telling you right now, man, a lot of people thought Jesus Alejandro Ramos won that fight, including me. You know, in the first couple rounds, you had Erickson Lubin coming out, flicking that jab out like how he does, boxer punching, keeping his hands up from the southpaw position. He's a slick fighter, don't get me wrong. But he ain't that slick when it comes to the, you know, later rounds, 5, 6, 7, 8. It seems like his head movement starts to get away. You've seen Jesus Alejandro Ramos start to push up Erickson Lubin up against the ropes. And the thing is, every time that Erickson Lubin finds himself up against the ropes, he's not in there trying to be like Floyd Mayweather or Shakur Stevenson and trying to fight off the ropes with good head movement, you know, good counter punching. He just puts up a high guard and lets you start punching him, my friends. And that's the problem in that fight with Jesus. Jesus started landing combinations, big ones. It's 6, 8 punch combinations against Erickson Lubin. And a guy like Vergil Ortiz, who's the combination king, who's the second coming of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I've been saying it, bro. His style, that little bobbing and weaving, coming forward pressure is absolutely amazing, my friends. Vergil Ortiz coming off an amazing fight beating Israel Madrimov, my friends, where he outperformed Terrence Bud Crawford. Before that, fighting the likes of Sergey Boracek in a fight where, if you want to say Sergey won that fight, whatever. But it don't matter. Vergil Ortiz is fighting the top of the top opponents. With all this talk heating up between Xander Zayas and Vergil Ortiz, I'm telling you right now, it's leading up to be one of the biggest fights between a Mexican fighter in Vergil Ortiz versus a Puerto Rican fighter in Xander Zayas, my friends. I mean, dude, I wanted that fight to happen ASAP. But the fact that Vergil Ortiz continues to fight some of the top fighters, and hey, the winner out of this fight is going to be fighting the winner out of Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora, my friends, is your WBC junior middleweight champion. You guys, that fight was supposed to be taking place on the 18th or the 25th. Different reports are saying different things. But could you imagine if we get it all on the October 18th? My friends, it'll be like a little tournament. The winner out of Vergil Ortiz versus your boy Erickson Lubin face the winner out of Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fundora, and possibly, which will be, a WBC championship fight. I mean, dude, we don't need to see Xander Zayas right now. And I'm telling you guys right now, with all this talk back and forth heating up, hey, we sent you an offer. What's up with you guys not answering in a day? Hey, the offer's fake. Xander Zayas saying, yo, that's all cap. Don't believe anything that Vergil Ortiz is saying, my friends. Yo, I absolutely love it. As a boxing fan, I want this to continue. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be one of the biggest boxing fights that we could get, my friends, even possible. For the WBO, Xander Zayas is junior middleweight champion bout, man. Woohoo! Yo, man, we're about to continue watching all these fights today. We got ITAUMA is going to be facing on DILLIAN WHYTE, and then UFC 319. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.